So now it is my 10th self-love healing journey that I am sharing. And it's been a while since I shared last, so I'm just gonna update on some new healing modalities and therapies that I am trying, and also just kind of recap what went down in October. So I'll start with October. I had a very intense panic attack. It was the worst I ever had and kind of terrifying. It was more surfacing that was showing me stuff that's tied to childhood sexual trauma. And I luckily have those in my life that were very supportive. I called for help, so family was on their way, and I was on the phone with my husband, and he was reminding me to take deeper breaths. And he was calm, and it helped. I was like hyperventilating or just sobbing uncontrollably. So when my brother arrived, he asked if there was anything I needed, and I remembered that an ice pack would be beneficial, so I had that. And I also had touch point sensors. They are like EMDR, where they buzz back and forth, and they really help. They're that bilateral sensation. And so that was totally out of those. My therapist referred those to me in September, because after the retreat Supriya, I was really struggling because so much had surfaced. And so she actually handed me the touch point sensors that were hers, and it really helped me calm down, and I knew I needed to get some, and they've been great. So I had those, and then my brother was very helpful with asking random questions to get my mind off of where it was, and that helped me calm down as well. So then the next week I went to a shamanic healing session, and that was phenomenal. I actually learned about this lady through the hypnotherapist that I've been going to. She was referred to me, and I just kind of got that little niggle, like it's time to go to her. I knew about her like a couple months before that, but I went to her, and she's extremely intuitive, and she was able to get a sense on the childhood sexual trauma and generational sexual trauma that's been running in my bloodline, and also past life stuff that's gone down. And it was, like I said, just an amazing session. And since then, I have felt so much more stable and steady. I don't get as panicky, and I don't drop as low with depression. When feeling surface, it doesn't last as long. Even though these feelings surface, I still have this underlying like secure feeling. So I feel like I finally jumped to a phase where my nervous system is feeling more rebalanced, and I'm feeling a lot better, and I'm excited about that. I'm amazed at this new feeling, because I have been in like this disarray for so long. Just like, is this how other people feel? Like on a day-to-day basis, and I am now finally experiencing it. It's just amazing. Anyway, another thing I wanted to add, as I'm continuing my therapy, I am trying a few different things as well. So with my therapist recently, I did neurofeedback, and I did that last year, but I was still so much in like my nervous system was in such a panic that it didn't stick. It would work only when the neurofeedback electrodes were placed. I would feel calm then, and then right after I would get back into that panic. So since I've felt stable for since mid-October, I was like, I'm gonna try again. So yeah, just recently I tried the neurofeedback and I felt calm, and it did, I did have a headache after, but I had a headache before. So it's like it calmed things down. The headache was less, but then afterward it was there still. So there's still work there, but I didn't have the rebound where all of these feelings surface. I felt steady. And then I did another modality I wanted to share just for those that like are seeking healing, and there's just so many different types of healing. So I just feel like it's helpful for those just learning about the different types. So this is body talk, and my therapist actually referred me to this guy that does it through insurance. I guess most people that are trained in it don't do it through insurance, so I lucked out. And I had a few sessions with him, and it's been really interesting because he's able to find stuff, because he's testing with my body. He's able to find stuff that is so deep that it's like I wasn't even aware it was there. And my body still responds and is showing me it's there, but consciously I'm like, oh. So yeah, we've been able to dive deep and get to some things that my body has been imbalanced, and just seeing, okay, yeah, the one thing I do want to share is that the first appointment, I don't even remember how it came up, but it was my fear of men. And I told him that I still wanted to work with him because I wanted to work through that fear, you know, because of the childhood sexual trauma and from a few other things from childhood. So that came up in one of the sessions where my inner child was concerned about him doing the session and everything. And so it was kind of neat because there was this interaction with inner child and my higher self, and how she's seeking advice, and my higher self is just like very loving and like has this much higher perspective of how like how it is, and it's just so different from how we feel as human beings, you know. Like my higher self is just telling my inner child, oh, we love him, we know him, he like it's all good, you know. And that helped for my inner child, and it felt weird when it was coming out of my mouth because it's not something I would say, because it was like the second session I was having with him where all that was coming through, but I just allowed it to flow for my inner child. So yeah, kind of a personal thing to share, but I felt like it might be helpful for those that might have a fear of men, or just need to know that like sometimes our inner child needs reassurance. So it's like as I feel into it, there's always the fairy energy that likes to come forward when I share things. And most of the time when I'm sharing like my healing journey, I don't add in that, but I think I'm meant to combine the two, where I have this magical side that I love magical things, and fairies and dragons and all of the energy of that. So yeah, I just feel like this sparkly energy coming in. So I wish everyone well that sees this, and hopefully these healing techniques and modalities help you get a broader idea of a direction you could go.